Welcome to your 2022 Toyota Camry TRD based off the XSE V6 trim. The TRD option is just that. It's an option you tick off on the option sheet if that's what you want out of your Toyota Camry. So let's do a drive. We'll take a look at the outside, take a look at the inside, and that should wrap us up. So under the hood, it's again same as the XSE V6, so a 3.5 liter V6 with 301 horsepower, 267 pound-feet of torque, all through an 8-speed transmission. This is the front wheel drive for the TRD. And as far as driving goes itself, it's pretty good. Like, there's a lot of get up and go. And with the TRD, the only mechanical difference between this and the XSE V6, it's just a little bit of suspension tuning here. It's a little bit lower, but the rest of it is cosmetic based. So straightaways and just regular everyday driving, kind of just going in straight lines, does it pretty well. A nice comfortable ride. It's relatively quiet-ish unless you kind of kick down on the gas pedal. Actually, I'm going to do that right now. Let me take a listen. So it revs right up, you can hear it. Again, you know, no replacement for displacement, as they say. City streets, Camry does very, very well, very comfortable. Higher speeds on highways and back roads and country roads. Camry also does very well at those, and it's not a boring drive. You know, there's not a ton of excitement in there, but for what it is and what it does, it executes it exactly as it should. Now, if you want something sportier, Toyota has the Supra, Toyota has the 86. But if you're looking specifically at the TRD, I think you're wanting something that blends practicality, which is a good old sedan with a little bit of flair to it. And once we get into the exterior, you'll see exactly what I mean. Even some of the interior parts are kind of fun and cool as well here. But as far as driving impressions go, TRD/XSE V6, it does exactly what it's supposed to. Quick jump into fuel consumption. So on a 61-liter fuel tank of 87 octane, we are at, in liters per 100 kilometers, 10.8 on city streets, 7.6 on the highway. Blended total comes out to 9.4. And yes, everything will hinge on how you drive, who's in the vehicle. There's lots of different factors, but as far as Natural Resources Canada goes, these are your specs for the Toyota Camry, so not too bad. Taking a look at the outside, and this is where you can easily tell a TRD from a non-TRD. We'll start at the rear, and there is that massive spoiler. It looked a little peculiar when I first saw it, but now that I've had the car for a week, I'm getting used to it, and it looks pretty good. Now, you know, it might not be for everybody, but if you are looking for a TRD, I think the spoiler is going to be something that does definitely stand out to you. You get these really cool 19-inch TRD wheels. A little busy on the design of it for me personally. If you've seen any one of my videos, you know I'm a fan of the classic 5-spoke, but I think that this specific wheel design suits the TRD very, very nicely. Front end, nothing wrong with it. It's a little on the aggressive side, which is, I think, what you're looking for if you are looking for a TRD. Side profile, it's got that nice body kit, and from the factory, it looks pretty good. Body lines, really, really nice. Got the dual exhaust in the rear, and overall, again, for something that's meant to be sporty and designed to be sporty, over and above the XSE, where the S in the XSE stands for sport slash sporty. Toyota's done a really good job. I don't really have any issues with it. I really like the color here that Toyota Canada has spec'd this with. I'm more partial. I didn't stumble, and then I fixed it, and I just stumbled again. Anyways, I prefer cars in black, so I think this would look really, really sharp with a black paint job and just that little TRD logo on the rims. But that's just me. I would probably take this as a close second, even though I'm not a big fan of light colors. The blue here that Toyota Canada's used looks really, really sharp. On the inside is where we'll see a lot of the differences which make a TRD a TRD. So on the shift knob, it says TRD. On the seat backs, it says TRD. The seats themselves are unique to the TRD line. You get TRD floor mats as well. And you get a 7-inch screen. You get a 6-speaker audio system as well. And from there, The rest of it is pretty much the same as the regular XS. You get these cool red gauges as well, which look really, really sharp, especially at night. It's not too hard to see at all. And I find in other cars I've been in that have had a red dashboard, it can be a little tough to see, but the way Toyota has colored their red looks really, really sharp, and it looks and is very, very easy to read, again, during the day or at night. Everything's smartly laid out here. I really like the HVAC system, the way it's nice and thin. It's not a dual zone, just a single zone, whatever, it doesn't really matter at all. But everything's nicely laid out, it's nice and clean. The infotainment system, graphics are a little on the outdated side. That will change, I feel, because the new Lexus NX is coming out with a brand new infotainment system, and that's going to find its way through the rest of the Lexus lineup and eventually the Toyota lineup. So I don't mind the outdated graphics, as long as I can see exactly what information is there and what I need. I'm a happy guy, no issues at all. The seats are very, very comfortable here. I haven't done a lot of longer drives, but the drives I have been on have been very, very comfortable. A bit of an irk, you do not have an option for a sunroof with the TRD package. There's also no heated steering wheel here. You do get 3-stage heated seats, which is kind of a nice move, but wish there was a sunroof. And thankfully, to kind of combat that, the TRD has a gray roof liner and the gray A-pillars as well. So if it was black, I think it would feel really closed in and I think a little too claustrophobic-ish for me. But overall, the interior looks really sharp. You get that nice red stitching, a little bit of piano black, not too bad. Minimal fingerprints. I get wireless charging here as well with the TRD. So Toyota does simple right, and the fact that they've added a little bit of flair to it makes me happy. That's going to wrap it up for the 2022 Toyota Camry TRD. If you've got any questions on the vehicle, let me know in the comments, and I'll do my best to get you answers as soon as possible. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate the support, and feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, and feel free to tell somebody about the channel who you think might be interested in what it is that I do. That was a weird sunglasses offing taking thing. Anyway, sorry, weird. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate the support, and until I see you again, be well, be healthy, be safe. There's a car called